Hey everybody, it's me again, and I'm about to start making a couple of loaded bags, or pockets more likely, because they're not bags and they're not envelopes. I'm actually making it from scratch this time. I always like to change it up. I'll either use actual bags or just kind of make up my own thing. So I don't have set sizes that I like to do. I'm always making different sizes. I never remember myself what sizes to make, so I'm always kind of figuring it out each time I make them. But I didn't want it too big. So right now, I just tested it out first before I started, because I am making two, so I will cut the other one on camera. But the finished bag itself is going to be 4.5 wide by 6 long, so 4.5 by 6. I wanted that extra ½ inch. Then my gussets, there are going to be ½ inch gussets. Usually I make them thinner, so it will have like a wide gusset, and I will have like a little pocket in front. So that is what I'm working on now. So let me go ahead and start with what you need. I am doing 2 different papers, back and front, and I am using currently this pad that I found at Tuesday morning. So I picked out some sheets out of there just for the pocket itself, and again, I'm making 2. So what am I missing here? So when I pick it out, I like to do a pattern for one side, which will be the back, because that's where you're going to see most of. And then the front, I kind of use something, a color that I like, but not too much pattern, only because I usually end up covering up a lot of it. So, don't use the best pattern on the front if you're going to cover it up a lot. Use it on the back if you're not covering it. So that's what I'm going to do now. Let me go ahead and cut my paper. So this is the front, even though it would look like it'd be the back. Then I pick out my backs. We're going to cut the front first. And my front, you need a 7.5 by 6.5. The 7.5 side would be the longest part, which is this here. So it's your width. So since it's a pattern that doesn't matter which direction it goes, I don't care which way I'm cutting this, but if you have a directional paper, just, watch your cut. Like if you need your pattern to go in a certain way. This is just dots, so it doesn't matter. And, okay, so what did I do? 7.5 by 6.5. Okay. And then I'll probably be using my scraps for the pockets, but I probably will alternate the colors just to get a lot of color. This is going to be a spring pocket, and I'm going to be adding all those wands that I just recently showed you. So here's my front. Now I'm not going to do my back yet. I'll cut that in a minute. I'm just going to show you how to fold it real quick or score it. Here's my bone folder. Alright, so taking your length, okay, the full length, which is your width, you're just going to score it at, you're going to make 3 score marks at every ½ inch mark. Usually I always do the thinner ones. And then you're going to go over to the other side and go backwards every ½ inch 3 times. You do want to end up in an odd number when you are making these kind of things, because you want to make sure that the last fold, this last fold, is going to go inward into your other paper. So now we're going to flip it. And again, if you got a directional paper, make sure you're flipping in the right, because we're going to do the bottom score, which where to go? This part here is going to be the part that's adhered to your other piece. And we're just going to score it a ½ inch. You don't need a ½ inch, but I just decided to go with ½ inch scores. Okay, so now we have that. And again, I said that this is 4.5 by 6 inches as a finished thing. So I'm going to cut my backs now, 4.5 by 6. Let me just move this over real quick. And these are the patterns. Now this one here is directional. They have to go up. This one is not. we'll start with the knot. 4.5 by 6. So I'm just going to do 6. Cut. I don't want to cut all the way down, so I'm not losing a lot of paper. This little thing keeps falling. I can't take that. Stay. So what did I do first? I did 6 and now 4.5. This way. Sorry. I need to take out this white piece. Maybe not. I'll leave it on. So that should be 4.5. Let's test this out and make sure that it fits within my score mark. So within here. So all this is going to get folded in. See how it's going to be a small pocket. It's not going to be huge. So now I'm going to cut the other one. Just because I want to do it all at once. So now we got to make sure we're doing the length. I'm going to cut this piece off. I think it scores off. So I didn't get messed up. Alright. Oh. My cat decided to wake me up early. So the skinniest part is 4.5. And then I'm going to take off this little fuzzy part here. Okay, so there it is. I think I'm going to need to cut with scissors. Oh, sorry. Just cleaning that up. Sorry, it's early still. I got time before picking up my husband at the airport. Alrighty. Let's scoot over all the extra paper. Okay, so we need these pieces for now. Scoot this over. Okay, so I also need, what do I need? Let me get, maybe this will help. Yeah, whatever. Alright, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to cut off these pieces here because we don't need that on this side. And then we're going to fold it all. This is just extra that we don't need. I'm going to cut it at a little bit of an angle this way and this way. Okay, and then same thing on this side. Alright, and I'm going to do the same to the other one. Alright, and now we're going to go ahead and fold all our creases. I didn't do a very good job creasing that today. Either this is really thick paper, or I just didn't push hard enough. Even though I feel like I'm cutting through. Should fold better. Hopefully that, I'll just do it on the board. It might be better. Alright, so we're going to fold in and then, help me, fold out, accordion style, and then this last one folds in, and that's the one that gets adhered. See, these parts here will get adhered to that little piece that we cut out. In and out. Okay. Alright, so again, this will be the front pocket here, and I might just cut and do a little curling one more time. Good grief, this is still not. It just doesn't want to fold today. Some tough paper to fold, which is good. Sorry, I know it probably sounds loud. Actually, my husband has ordered something from Amazon for me to hopefully tone down, you know, how sensitive my phone's microphone is. I forgot which one. I think I was going to do that and then this. Yeah. He's getting me a little, like a microphone that you, like a lapel type of microphone. You stick it on your shirt. I tried another one before and it didn't work out, so we returned it. But this one is like a noise canceling. I don't know. We'll see, because I let him get that stuff, even though the last one didn't work out. Okay, so now it's time to adhere stuff together. Let me get my glue. You could use, and I'm not, you know, I don't, let me see, where is it? You definitely could use your score tape. Where is mine? You could use score tape. You could use the glue runner and all that, but here, I've noticed when I use those things, although they hold, after a little while, because I don't send stuff out right away, they start to come apart. Because I'm in Florida, it's, you know, a lot of humidity here. Unless I know I'm going to send it out like right away, and it's going to go somewhere that's not in a humid place, then I will use those kind of things because they will hold up. But because they sit here for a little while before I send stuff out, I do use stuff like this for things that are going to... that you're going to be, you know, kind of sticking your hand in, it's going to pull apart. So I do use the tacky glue from Scotch, the quick drying tacky glue. And I keep cracking my cap, so I always have to, I always have to, good grief, open up my hole. The first thing that I like to put down is this part here. And again, watch your direction. So it has to go in this direction. So we're just going to adhere that first. And I do want to make sure that the edge here has glue so it sticks down and doesn't interfere when you slide things inside your pocket. And it doesn't get caught on that little ledge. And then we are going to go like this, and I like to kind of put it in and make sure that it's centered by doing that. You know, it might move around a bit, but then just wipe, and then I'll open it up. And, you know, just make sure it's down so that this part will come up. Alright, and now we're going to do this and glue that down. Alright, so gotta do it at the same time. Okay. You don't want to overdo it because you might get the glue in there and then it'll just adhere itself all shut. Come here. Okay, and then just double check that you didn't get that glue in there. And then this kind of went off a little bit, so I'm going to scoot this over. So that is in. This one's a little wonky, but that's just the way it folded. I'm not going to worry too much about that. So here's a little gusseted bag already, or pocket, whatever you want to call it. Let's just put down the other one. Sometimes I like to do the things in twos and just get them out of the way. I probably won't make any more after this. As far as the loaded bags, pockets, whatever. Alright, so now same thing. Okay, this one went down a little bit better. I think we're good. Alright, so now we got to figure out our pocket on the front of this. This is the back. And I would like to put a sticker or something or a stamp saying, you know, made by. And this is the front. Let's put a pocket. Now, I think I'm going to decorate the pocket. So I'm thinking I don't want to put a pattern because it'll, well, I could. Let me think. Or just do this. I think I know what I'm going to do. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use these and, you know, do it alternate. And then I'm going to use this as my little side. And that looks cute when you have like a little pattern on your gusset. That's what I think I'm going to do. So what we're going to do here is you need to make a piece, your pocket, whatever size you want to do, if it's going to be wide or not. I don't want to do too wide this way because I want to split that. And then you're going to do a little flap like we did on this one to adhere to this. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so I'm going to be back. Oh, just a quick pause. Oh, maybe not. I'll just stay on because I have to turn off two things to do this. Okay, let's start cutting. Where's my cutting thingy? So we do need the same width, which was, again, what was it? It was 4.5. Let's just cut it this way. 4.5. It's going to be the same. Whoops, that's not 4.5. 4.5. Do twice. Okay, so two 4.5 pieces. And then we're going to do, let's see, how wide do I want my, I think a 2.5 inch pocket will be fine. So we're going to cut 3 inches. 4.5 by 3, okay? Four and a half by 3, and then we will score at 2.5. So that's that. Then we gotta do our gussets, which I don't know yet. I'm just cutting a couple little scraps here just to. Oh, I do have a smaller. No, that's not it. Just so I have something smaller to work with. Oh my goodness, this. I might need something different for a cutter because the little thing keeps falling off and I don't like that. Alright, so I think I will alternate this too so that each one will have the same patterns in some manner. Now these do have to be the same 2.5 inches. Maybe a little bit shorter, and to make that gusset, forgot how many. Okay, let me ponder. Those are 1/2 inch gussets. 2, 3. I'm going to test this out, even though this isn't the wrong direction. Maybe not. This is how I do it, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to test this theory out. I just cut a 2-inch piece for now, and I'm scoring 3 marks, because I have to figure out, okay, yeah, this is what's going to work. Okay, so I already got one down. This paper really is tough. And that's going to go here, and it's going to be, yeah, perfect. Okay, so I need another strip. That is 2 inches. So 2-inch strips, and then the other pattern here, again 2-inch strips, long ways. Okay, so 2 inches by, where's my pocket? This was the pocket. What was this? No, this is pockets. By 2.5. Okay, 2.5. I'm gonna make it a line under 2.5. Okay, so there's one. Oh, it's all right. Yeah. Because I always have the problem with this pocket. I think I'll try to explain to you in a minute. Actually, I didn't need to cut another one of these. I had enough here. Okay, so we already had this one done. So now I just got to score the other ones. I'm getting hungry. Eat some breakfast. Let's score this one every 1/2 inch. So it's 1, 2 and 3 marks. Same with this one. Every 1/2 inch, and then take these 2 pockets here, and they're going to get scored at 2.5. So this should be slightly shorter than 2.5 because it's going to get bulky down there, and it makes it hard to fold this pocket up. Okay, now figure out what goes with where. So I'm going to do this pattern with this and then the blue. Okay, and then, so there's 2. You need 2 of these things. And then this. Alright, I think we got it. Scoot everything over. Let's start cutting. We're going to cut the smallest fold here a little bit at an angle. Do this too. Alright, and then fold this inward. Now this paper is single-sided, so I don't mind that we're going to have white showing. Oh, here it is. And we're going to adhere this down to this, the bottom part of your front, whatever your front may be. My stomach is growling. I'm trying to hurry up so I can go get breakfast. And the same thing with the glue, you want to make sure it adheres to the edge so nothing will jam up when you're putting in your goodies. So there we go, we got that down. Open it up and make sure you get all the glue out. So that's the first one. I'm going to scoot these over so I can do the other one as well. Oh, already. Make sure you glue the right side. I've done that before many times. Okay, pockets. Back to this one again. Now, I'm just going to crease this a little better. So again, it's single-sided paper, so you want to make sure your folds, are in the right direction. So this is going to be like so, and I'm going to adhere it to this piece, not to this piece, because if you glue this down first, when you put this, you're not going to have, it might be too high or whatever, so you just want to adhere it to the edge to this piece. So that's what we're going to do. And normally I would cut this at an angle, but since I already made it a little shorter, I shouldn't need to do that. But if you want to do it, just go ahead. Again, gluing the right direction, which would be on the outside. And put that down first to that bottom edge of this here. And a good thing with the wet glue is you got a little bit of time, like a few seconds extra, to put it down than when you're using your tapes, screw runners, or whatnot. Once it's down, it's down. So that's another reason why I use this. And again, watch your direction here. This one doesn't really matter. Put the other one. Okay. And now we're going to glue these pieces and then flip it over, and we'll have our front pocket. So holding it in place and down. Okay, should be good. All right, there's our gusseted front pocket. This will get decorated. I usually put like a trim or a ribbon or something and do some other stuff. And there's our back. So let's do the other one real quick. This one I didn't pre-fold, so let me do that. Okay, so this one's directional. And remember, this first part is going to go in, and then like that. So we should end up with both ends going down. Okay, and then that's the way it's going to go. Same thing here. In. Are directional, so we got to be careful with that. I mean, it's not a very big deal, but and I've sent things out where they were upside down, but you couldn't really tell. So when you can help it, here's our first one. And the next one. I don't get too many chances to do tutorials nowadays. And I've done these before, but again, I do different sizes. So it's, I don't have set sizes or anything. I just like to do whatever. And I don't always remember what I did last time. So yeah, here we go. Finishing this up. And then I'll come back again. I'll come back on another video when I'm decorating. So I'm not going to show how I split this because it's pretty simple, and I've done that in many videos too, so you're probably not going to see me splitting it, but may or may not. Oops. Okay, like that, and I think we are done. Alright, so I did two, and see how fast it was. I did two of these with the gussets, and it's really cute when you see the sides, you know, when they're finished like that. I make these also when the gussets are separate pieces like I did here, and change out this color. So you could do that and just make two pieces, cut two pieces like this, and then cut your gusset separately in pattern paper. But it's really cute, you know, the little details like that. And all you would have to do for this part, if you're going to do that, is cut this up to around maybe here, and then roll it up. Just use a pencil or something, and then this would be open. It also gives you more space for when you put things, so you know, and you'll see a little more what you put inside. It's really cute when you do that. But just like a quick, see, this is as far as it goes, because this is, and I like it when it sticks out that much, because now I'm going to put stuff that kind of sticks out. Or you can make them longer. I mean, you can make it any size you want. Alright, so that's, I'm going to close it off now. That is my little, we're going to call it pockets, a loaded pocket tutorial just on this part alone. And then I'll come back with more. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.